Well, what's up, guys? Josh with Navigate the Wild, and today I'm going to teach you how to bear-proof your deer feeders. So we haven't had a bear hunt in Florida in over 10 years. We just got done with our bear lotto. No, I did not draw, unfortunately. I was really excited about that. But they raised a ton of money from hunters and anti-hunters, which I think is hilarious. So thank you if you're not a hunter and you gave money towards conservation by buying lottery entries. Like, that's just awesome. Prior to this, you are at the will and mercy of black bear. And so we've got some really beautiful black bear on the property, photos of mama bears with cubs and some boars, and they just tend to walk from deer feeder to deer feeder and knock them over. What we're trying to do is make it so that we can have a deer feeder set up in the woods year round and be able to keep it bear proof for the most part. You know, you invest all this money in a feeder to help keep game on the property, and then you spend money on corn, and the next day you wake up and check your trail camera, and a bear has knocked over your feeder, and there's $100 worth of corn on the ground. I don't mind bear coming in and feeding on the corn on the ground. That's not a problem. We don't control pigs coming in. Like, you can't control what's going to come in. What I'm trying to do is get it so that they don't destroy the feeder. It gets annoying. It's a lot of work. And so me and my wife have been testing this theory, this chest move, if you will, over probably the past 3 months, and we have had 100% success. And so I say $20 to $30 of investment, because all it takes is 4 8-foot 2x4s, preferably pressure treated, and some ratchet straps. That's it. If you can do that, then you could bear proof your feeder. Now, I will tell you, there is a caveat to this. This setup works best if you have a square foot feeder, like something on a sleigh. I have a game winner feeder that has a square bottom. I also took a old game winner feeder that was a three-legged beast that a bear decided to make an amputee and ripped all 3 legs off, and I framed it in a wooden box made from IKEA parts of a bunk bed my son had, and made it kind of a square see-through box. And I just figured, hey, let's show people how to bear proof their feeders, because I know it's annoying, man. It's annoying, but I'm telling you, this thing works. This process works. This, ladies and gentlemen, this high dollar, highly sophisticated setup right here is what will bear proof your feeders. So we're going to show you how we set it up, and we'll go from there. All right. So here's what you got. You got the game winner on a sled, right? And then what you do is you drill little holes into the bottom. You can see that right there. And then we're going to drive 3-inch screws into the board, 4 different places on each side of the sled. That's the first step. We're just screwing in right into the wood, screwing it down. I got 4 different spots on each side. What we have seen with the bears is they come up to it, they try to push it over, and they can. Realistically, could they break it off? Maybe they could break it off if a big enough boar or a big enough sow came in and shook it enough, maybe they'd be able to break it off. But in Florida, our bears are a couple 100 pounds at best. Somebody's going to write in and go, not the bear in my neighborhood, bro. It's gigantic, 600 pounds. All I'm saying is that they don't seem to want to work that hard. So they come up to it, they shake it, they move it, right? They might stand on it, and then they go, screw this, and they walk away. Now, they could feed on all this corn that I had to dump to get this sucker out of here, but they're not messing with the feeder. The key to ratchet strapping your lid is you want to use, I use 3 to 4, and then we cut the tags, and then we kind of just tuck them in, because we've had cubs grab these and tug on them and rip them. And so if they rip the lid off, of course, yes, they could. But if you cause enough headache for a bear, they're going, I know there's 4 or 5 other ones in this neighborhood that I could just go knock over. Screw this one, I'm not going to mess with it. And that's what we've experienced. You put the 2x4 square down, you put this on there, you ratchet strap it, and they are not messing with this feeder. One pro tip we would highly recommend is that when you are doing this, make sure that you don't block the entryway to your battery. The tag end can get wrapped up in there, and you're good to go. Happy hunting.